All right. So let's shift gears now and talk about some of the stuff that happened in the game here. First of all, check this out. Packers tweeted this out. Total takeaways. Green Bay 17 takeaways. They got 9 interceptions, 8 fumble recoveries. Lead the NFL right now. And we're in week 6. This is the difference between the Jeff Hafley and the Joe Barry defense. The emphasis on playing the ball, right? Taking the ball away. It's the most important statistic as a team outside of points that you can have. It really is. If you win the turnover battle, your chances of winning that game go through the freaking roof. But here's what I love, the little backstory about this picture. You see them all doing the Strap City, right? And the Jair celebration. What you see in his pictures, Carl Brooks looks like his first time he's done it. He might have some Caucasian in him. He doesn't look like looks like he might be one of my cousins. But he don't know what he's doing. But you see Key back there. You see Ja, Edgerrin Cooper, Javon Bullard, and Eric Wilson, right? Who you don't see in there is the guy who caused the fumble, which was Evan Williams. And here's what's crazy. Did you guys see the video of Jair going to him on the sideline and kind of jumping onto him?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, I saw him going over to him. I didn't see. Did he say something? Or
he went over to him. Evan forced the fumble. They grabbed it, ran all the way down and celebrated. Evan went straight to the sideline, sat on the bench. And Ja came up to him and was like, "Hey, bro, listen, you gotta go with us next time. You can't sit here like this." But think about Romeo Dobbs. And again, I dug it. I'm telling you, like when I seen Evan Williams do that, fired me up. That's that Barry Sanders approach. Like, hey, look, this is normal. We're going to keep doing this, right? Mm-hmm. We don't, act like you've been there, that whole thing. But yeah, the takeaways are just absolutely awesome, no doubt about it. Let's talk about the highest graded players of the week. Then we'll dive into all the grades. So PFF Packers tweeted this out on Twitter. The highest graded Packers in week 6 versus the Cardinals. Number 1, Evan Williams, 93.3. Number 2, Carl Brooks, 93.0. Number 3, Zach Tom, 88.1. Number 4, Ben Sims.
Here's a guy.
There it is, 83.8. Ben Sims, my boy. I'm a Ben Sims closet fan, man. I'm gonna have to go get his jersey, which means I gotta pay extra for a custom jersey and have it put together because you ain't gonna find one of those in the pro shop. Rashawn Gary, 81.7. So you're seeing Rashawn start to put it together. Again, had several different plays, a couple run stops. I think he had 2 or 3 pressures in that game as well. We showed the one where if you watch that play too, where he came across the field, you could tell he's rushing the tackle, a little move. He's not trying to take the edge. He's not trying to go inside. He is keeping an eye on Kyler Murray. Once Kyler flushed to the opposite side, his responsibility is gone now. Let's go eat. Let's go get him. That's just a phenomenal play. What do you guys think about that, Emilio? What do you think about these top 5 players here, man? Evan Williams, that's absolutely wild, dude.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, 2 dudes that weren't on the team. I mean, with Evan Williams not being on the team last year, Ben Sims not getting a lot of playing time showed up. We needed that offensive production, especially with Tuck not grading out great, but our offense kept moving. Jordan Love put 4 tutters on there, and we have a wide receiver core that we can rotate no matter who's out there. So if someone's having a bad day, we can rely on someone else. And I'm happy that the D-line cranked it up. We don't hear all the hate this week. So that'll cool down for this week. And I'm sure the next time that they think the D-line's bad, that'll be the next problem. But they're playing as a team. I mean, you can only do so much from your one position. You can't expect Rashawn Gary to go cover the dude Jair's on and Ja come in and, beat the pass rush every day. Everyone's got to do their 111th to make this team go. And I think them doing their 111th is contributing to all those turnovers, which is beautiful to see.
Yep.
Tim, what about you, bro? Anything you want to add to that?
Carl Brooks, man. Carl Brooks. I love to see it. This and like right on freaking time as we lose Devontae Wyatt, who was coming on strong in his own right. Devontae Wyatt was playing some of his best ball when he went down with the injury. And this is what we talk about with next man up. You saw Carl Brooks step up. He impacted this game. I mean, 93 grade, like not out of nowhere. We've always seen the high ceiling with Carl Brooks. We've had our eye on him these last couple of years, but to see him step up in a big way, that really jumped off the the chart to me. And then, of course, Zach Tom, what can you say, man? That guy's about to get a massive payday when the contract negotiations start for him. We're no stranger to, paying tackles big money in Green Bay. You guys remember Big Dave. So it won't be a problem to get Zach Tom some paper because he's worth every cent, I think, going forward. But just proud of this team. Really am.
Definitely. All right, and before we dive into the details of all the PFF grades, you want to throw this up. Quick update. Pressures on the team for the Green Bay Packers. Rashawn Gary still leads the Green Bay Packers this year with 16 pressures. Kenny Clark is now second with 13. Preston Smith third with 10. TJ Slayton's got 10. Devontae Wyatt's got 10 after missing, 2 games now, which is pretty wild to think about. Carl Brooks is now up to 8. LVM was 7. Kingsley Nabori was 6. And on there. Edgerrin Cooper's got 3. Of course, he's hit home with a sack and a half there. So, pretty cool to see how the pressures are kind of starting to stack up. And listen, these aren't crazy numbers, but again, if you watch the tape, you understand why the sacks and the pressures aren't there. It's how they're rushing the quarterback. You could tell it's all a part of the game plan to keep these guys contained in the pocket, or when they do rush outside of the pocket, you've seen Kyler Murray throw it away, incomplete, get pushed out of bounds for a gain of a yard or maybe 2. That's the way you want to approach it, man. Last year we did it the opposite way, guys. We pinned our ears back. We got a bunch of pressures, and you didn't see us winning these games, right? You didn't see us getting the turnovers, right? If you're just that's so random. If you just pin your ears back and go after the quarterback and you're not marrying that up with the coverage, then you can't be pissed off when you're not getting turnovers, because that's playing totally the opposite.
What did Matt say in his video right there? Complementary football. That's all we got to play. We'll be able to help each other, help this team win. And they're doing it. They're buying in.
No doubt. No doubt about it. All right, let's get into the PFF grades here. So I'm going to go full screen so we can see this a little bit better. I always like to kind of see where the Packers are overall as a team. Right now, they're sitting as the 19th highest graded team in the league at 72.1. All right. And then if we go offensive grade, they are in the 16th spot at 72.4. All right. Passing grade is down quite a bit. This is what's wild. Like, they're 16th, I guess, overall, but it is a 65.2. Pass blocking, however, the Green Bay Packers lead the league with an 81.4 pass blocking grade as a team. Receiving grade, people in the pod are going, why are y'all laughing? Every time we read one of these off, Tim is flashing up the Tupac LaFleur screenshot. So that's what's going on there. We apologize for being so professional. 18th in receiving grade at 68.6. All right. Running grade, the Green Bay Packers are second now with a 90.5. Now,
let's go. You can't tell me Tupac LaFleur ain't listening to our podcast. Look at that.
Tim,
thanks for running the ball, Matty. I love it.
That guy, if he's listening to this podcast, he's going to be out of a job real quick. I promise you that. So let's see. One thing I want to point out, everybody keeps talking about Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is still better than Josh Jacobs. Aaron Jones is right. And listen, I'm a big Jonesy fan, not with Minnesota, obviously, but where's their running grade at? Let's climb down here. Do you guys see it yet? I still don't see it. Oh, here it is. They're 21st in running grade. All right. I'm just saying. It doesn't mean they're a bad running team, but a 90.5 is unheard of. We are tied for the league lead in running grade. So really, really happy with that. Run blocking, that's always been kind of the Achilles heel of the Packers grading here through PFF. They are a 55.8. They're 27th in the league. That's no surprise there. Defensive grade is 16th at a 66.6. Run defense grade, probably the weakest spot of this defense. They are 23rd at a 56.1. Tackle grade, this is huge right here. You guys remember last year we were absolute cheeks tackling the ball carrier. This year, the Packers are 9th in the league with a 58.1. All right, so they're a top 10 tackling team according to PFF. And again, the highest tackle grade, to put this in perspective, is a 73.6.
I think that's that's indicative of the staff changes that were made when Hafley brought these guys in. Coach Camp, Coach Ansley, these guys are stressing tackling, and it's showing. It really is.
Yeah. Another weak spot for the Packers this year. And again, PFF's grading the tape. They're not taking into account, okay, they're actually playing a run stunt here, or hey, look, they're just trying to keep the quarterback in the pocket. They're simply looking at, okay, did they beat the guy in front of them, right? That's why I think these grades look so bad and why the numbers are down so far. 63.3. They're 23rd in pass rush grade. Coverage grade, they are 7th in the league with a 77. This is what Coach Half was hired in to do, right? To be the defensive back whisperer. And it's working, boys. I'm telling you, it is working to a T. Special teams grade is in the dumps. We're 30th in the league in special teams grade. But remind me again how many kicks have been returned for touchdowns?
1.
So we've given up 1 kick return for a touchdown.
Oh, you're talking for us?
Yeah, I'm talking about for us. Yeah, that's on the league, right?
Oh, have we given up a kick return?
We haven't given up one to the best of my knowledge. So, again, when you talk about the plays that really make or break a game in special teams, I don't feel like our special teams is winning the games for us, but they're also not losing it for us. That's all I want. We don't have to have the best special teams in the league. I just, like we talked about 3 years ago, man, it was rough, right? Special teams was losing games for us. So
we just said we didn't want a dumpster fire for special
exactly.
teams.
Is that too much to ask?
and that's pretty much where we are. We're maybe in the dumpster. It's just not on fire anymore. So that's a good thing.
Right. So here are the weekly grades overall as a team. All right. Week 1 against the Eagles, 60.8. Week 2 against the Colts, 68.4. Week 3 against the Titans, 71.1. Week 4 against the Vikings, 64.7. Week 5 against the Rams, 65.1. And then yesterday against the Arizona Cardinals, 74.0. That's our highest graded team grade of the year overall. Pretty cool stuff. When you talk about what they did really well, coverage grade as a team yesterday, 87.0. Absolutely phenomenal. That's right, Coach Half. You are the man.
Absolutely. You saw him in the box, Tim. You saw him up there just.
He had that Red Bull. You see, he had that big old can of Red Bull. He was tuned up. I loved it. Yep. I loved it.
Tuned up. All right. So here are your offensive grades. All right. We talked about some of the highest graded players. Zach Tom leading the way at 88.1. Ben Sims on 28 snaps. All right. 28 snaps, 18 run blocking snaps, 9 passing play snaps, and he was pass blocking on 1 specific play. His grade at 83.8, boys, I'm telling you. I don't know how the rights of his contract fall into place, whether or not we've got him as exclusive rights free agent. We can dig into that as we get closer to the offseason. I hate to say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it. And this isn't just because of one game. I'm talking about collectively, when he's on the field, he does not mess up assignments, and he makes plays when he needs to make plays. Like that catch he made from that Jordan Love pass that was low. It was piss pouring in the rain. Love had pressure in his face. He shorthands the throw. Ben Sims reaches down his ankles, grabs it, didn't miss stride, didn't miss a beat. I think we all know Luke Musgrave is probably falling down as he catches that ball, right? Sure. He ended up taking it for 23 years.
If he catches that ball.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to dog Luke Musgrave. He's still a young player. I think Ben Sims is better than Musgrave.
Here's a guy.
And it doesn't mean Musgrave can't blow by him like he's nailed down in the near future. But right now, I don't have a problem with Ben Sims playing tight end. I really don't, man. I'm digging it. Am I being a fanboy here, Emilio? Do you see it the same way with Ben Sims? I think he's playing good ball, man.
I think he is. And it's a perfect combo with Tucker. I think that they complement each other really nicely. And he's more of a multifunction tight end. And like you said, he's assignment sure. Good hands. He showed it last game.
How about these hands?
Thank you. And he honestly, the only thing I'd like to see a little work on is a run blocking, but 54 is not terrible, right? It's a little bit less, maybe misstep, got turned or something, but we need that in this team. We expect everyone to be able to block. He's doing well in the past game. Just keep it up.
Yep. No block, no rock.
Thank you, sir. Fred McFarley in the chat says Sims is our fastest 40 tight end. I didn't realize that. That's wild. And there was something else in here too. What was the other? Oh, and he blocks. Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
I mean, look at the fullback though.
Right. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, you're right, man. Andrew.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, only had 7 snaps, 5 run blocking snaps, and a couple pass plays. But yeah, 79.8, man. That's
and then an 87.8 on run blocking. I might need to go back and watch those and see what happened.
We might pull those up for sure. That's going to be a blast. Let's see. We had Carly dropping in here. She says, I'm starting a new job tonight, guys. I got to head out and help more new baby Packer fans enter the world. Happy Victory Monday and have a great night. Carly out there doing she's on the recruiting trail right now, man. I guess delivering babies. Is that what's going on there?
That's what it sounds like.
Either that or she's never mind. Emilio thinks I still say something inappropriate, but man, you got to be careful in 2024. I was going to make a joke, man. Maybe she's going rescuing babies. I don't know. We don't want.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, Greta. Calm down. Wouldn't it be something if we just look up and all of a sudden one day we realize Carly Ray was like special forces or something, right? She's going overseas doing heroic stuff, wasting her time in here talking Packers with us. Hilarious. All right, we got super chat. Dennis Shook, serious question. Dennis, there is no serious questions from you, bro. And of course, there's not right here. What? Rock fix? Is he saying can Rock fix those fingers? Is that what he's saying there?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with can Rocks fix those fingers?
Dennis Shook's in the bottle tonight. We appreciate you, buddy. He probably could fix those fingers, but I'm glad he don't because we wouldn't have our famous wheel, right?
Right.
You got to be able to spin that wheel for the giveaway. So anyway, see, this is how we get off the rails. Thanks for the super chat, Dennis, but you're the reason this show sucks, okay?
You're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
All right, so Andrew Beck, 79.8, Josh Jacobs, 74.2. Pass blocking still a problem for Josh Jacobs, as you can see there, 27.7. All right, Dennis Shook said, can't Rock fix those fingers? I'm sure he can, Dennis, but I'm glad he doesn't. Again, thank you for the super chat, sir.
I think he was asked about that years ago, and he wears that jacked up hand like a badge of honor from his playing days. So shout out to the Rock.
It's like, Rock, can't you fix that finger, bro?
No, I got caught in too many face masks, I would guess.
He came back like this.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
All right. Next on the list, Jordan Love, 72.1. Not a bad day at the office there.
Here's the guy.
Emmanuel Wilson, 72.0. Sean Ryan, 40 snaps, 71.6. Guys, that's 3 games in a row, right? I got to do this. Hopefully I don't lose my place. So it's not 3 games in a row. I just lied to you guys. So week 3 against the Titans, 71.3. Week 4, 66. Last week was kind of a struggle, 53.3, but bounced right back to a 71.6 this week, 85.4 run blocking grade. So did he play his snaps at right guard, Emilio? Is that what you've seen?
85.4 pass blocking grade. But he did play right at the beginning. Then him and Jordan kind of flip-flopped during the game a little, and then when Elton went out, he went to left. Is how I remember it.
So he did go. That's what I was thinking, that he went left.
He did when Elton went to center. I was kind of talking about that last night. I didn't think he looked extremely good at the left guard position, but Sean Ryan, though, definitely another work in progress that is progressing, right? We've seen consistent numbers from him these past few weeks.
Here's what's crazy. Like his run blocking grades is 65.1, his pass blocking 85.4. He had a penalty. If he didn't have that penalty, he's probably close to 80 PFF grade.
Yeah. Which is insane. That's like insane high grade for him.
Absolutely.
And he talked about it, I think, in his interview one time. He was saying, I just want to be ready, if I can at all 3 positions if possible. And we called on him to be right guard and left guard that day. We didn't need him at center. They felt better at Elton sliding over. Cool. Yep. I was happy with it.
I think Sean Ryan's really coming into his own as a pro. He had obviously the rookie season debacle and everything, and then kind of the setbacks and stuff, inconsistencies. But, the way he ended last season, and then, he had a pretty decent camp this year, and he's playing well for us on that O-line, and we need it right now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Christian Watson, 70.1 PFF grade. Chris Brooks, 10 snaps, 68.5. Romeo Dobbs, 67.8. Dontavion Wicks, only 10 snaps, 67.4. So
thank goodness it's nothing IR worthy for Tay Wicks. I'm glad that he's not going to injured reserve.
Mm-hmm. And we're blessed that we have the wide receiver room that we do, that they can all rotate in. Malik Heath can step up and he'll get more burn this week, and that'll be it,
Absolutely.
All right, defensive side of the ball. Y'all ready to have some fun here?
That ain't no problem.
Check this out.
That ain't no problem.
Well,
Evan Williams, only 38 snaps, 93.3. His coverage grade, 91.2. Tackle grade, 80.3.
You know I got to hit this drop.
here's a guy.
Run defense grade, 65.9. He makes chalk talk at least 2 times tomorrow. And, dude, I can't think of the last time we've seen a rookie defensive player have this kind of impact. Can you guys, think rookie year, defensive player. Who's the first person that comes to mind that you go, I think they probably made a similar impact? I know who comes to mind for me, and I'm not going to say it until you guys answer here. Does anybody come to mind?
No.
Not really.
The one for me is Nick Collins.
Yeah. Nick
Like,
the
he
Pick would
was-
be a good one.
He was that, and here's the thing: when we took Javon Bullard and I talked about his college tape, I'm like, he kind of reminds me of Nick Collins. The build, the way he attacks the run, he can also cover. We struggled in coverage since he got to the league. Obviously, Evan Williams is probably that dude, man. I mean, that's crazy. 93.3, it really is. Second on the list, Carl Brooks, 93.0. Yeah,
Here's a guy.
Oh, and we drop him into coverage, and he just absolutely a 94.6.
We're going to put him out wide next week. Rashawn Gary, 81.7. His run defense grade, 76.6. Tackle grade, 73. Pass rush grade, 70.2. Just a solid day at the office there for Rashawn Gary. Edgerrin Cooper, 38 snaps, 81.0 PFF grade. Run defense, 71.5. Tackle grade, 81.6. Coverage grade, 75.8. We showed you guys that Tampa 2 look where he covered the 3, the tight end, the Y3 down the seam. I think we got us a dog in Cooper. I'm so excited about it. Jair Alexander, 70.7 PFF grade. Run defense and tackle, not that great. Coverage grade, though, 82.9, just absolutely locked down. Eric Wilson, only 14 snaps, 68.7. Xavier McKinney, 66.8. Keyshawn Nixon, a 64.2. However, I think he might have had a penalty or two. Am I thinking right, guys? I know he got called for at least one penalty. There was one drive where we had 3 defensive penalties on one drive, and that led to them scoring. That was one of my negative notes that we didn't get to last night because we wanted to keep things kind of positive. But, yeah, Jair had a penalty, the unnecessary roughness, and then Keyshawn Nixon had a penalty, and then there was another penalty too. And that really is what led to them scoring before halftime. If it hadn't been for those penalties, they probably wouldn't have scored before halftime. We might be talking about only giving up 6 points in this game.
Right.
So, again, though, Keyshawn Nixon, man, 58 snaps. That tells me everything I need to know about how high Hafley thinks of Keyshawn Nixon.
K9 unlocked in this defense. It's official.
Yeah. It's such a cool name, too, K9. We need a German Shepherd growling or something, don't we? Soundbite from me.
There you go.
All right. Javon Bullard, 54 snaps, 62.0 PFF grade. Not bad. Run defense grade, as usual, 65.5. Pretty solid. Corey Ballantyne got a snap. I think he had to run over and get somebody a hot dog and then get back to the bench. I don't know what that was about. I think they just spotted him on the field for a second. You guys remember I was the knucklehead saying Corey Ballantyne needs more playing time this year. Hafley did not agree.
Evan Williams did not agree.
Yeah, you got that right.
Tilted the balance of that defense for sure.
Really did. To the point where they're putting a safety in the slot from time to time.
I love it. And Keyshawn holding his own when he's asked to go on the boundary. I got to say that's a pleasant surprise. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah. So there you go. There are your defensive grades. Let's look at the special teams to kind of see who stood out there. Tyron Hopper, 86.7. Let's go. The amount of contribution you're getting from these rookies is just absolutely wild. Mm-hmm. Malik Heath, 76.9. Edgerrin Cooper, 73.3. Still played 7 snaps on specials. That's cool. Javon Bullard, 69.0. Aaron Mosby, a 65. So there are your special teams grades. Anything else? Anything you guys want to add to that there as we wrap up the grade talk?
I love that Malik Heath and Edgerrin Cooper are up there on special teams. If you only get a little bit of playing time, make the most out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
You got to say it right. Defensive side of the ball, kind of a down game for the Lukeness monster there. LVN, I don't know what his grade was. I know he was down at the bottom on that list. Hopefully he can work through that. That's a guy we want to see do well because that's the future of the edge group there for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. J. Cole in the chat says, whose idea was it to put the Shannon Sharp as a drop? LOL.
That ain't no problem.
Well,
I went on a stint of saying that every day. I don't know, for about 3 months. And I was just like, why did we not have that as a drop?
Is that why Mandy went on vacation? She couldn't take it anymore?
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Mandy went on vacation for several reasons, and every one of them have to do with me. I promise. I need a break. Let me get
And
out.
you know what she did? Before she left, there was still a note on the kitchen counter saying, Clayton, don't forget to take the trash out Monday night.
you know it.
You're gonna...
Oh, dude, you
Dang,
can't.
you just reminded me. I got to do that when we get offline here.
Yeah, I guess I got to too. I'm glad y'all brung that up. She'd be mad when she got back. Yeah, she probably got the blink camera on too. Like, I'm going to go downstairs here in a little bit, grab a drink, get ready to go to bed, and that blink camera is going to light up, and I'm going to hear the speaker go, "Take the trash out."
And then you're going to be like,
That ain't no problem.
well,
That's exactly right. John Schmidt in the chat said, I'm guessing Wyatt should be back soon too, since they didn't put him on IR, and this is week 3. He should be back this week.
yeah, that's why I highlighted that one. That's a great point from John. Yeah, because that's a guy I'm really excited about. We've had our eye on Devontae Wyatt these past couple of seasons, and he's slowly breaking out, right? I mean, hopefully he's back on the field soon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it would be awesome to get him back and again add some depth to that defensive line rotation. And we talked about this too. Like, you could put him on the edge if you need to. You know,
Right.
If you're not happy with the production, you're getting an edge. We seen Carl Brooks play wide 9 a couple weeks back. Remember? So kick Carl out there to wide 9, bring Devontae inside with Kenny. Kenny's struggling. Don't get me wrong. Kenny Clark is not having a good year. But it seems like every year too, Kenny amps it up as the season goes along. Hopefully that's the case this year too. But yeah, you just hate to see somebody who's such a darn good leader struggle in that regard for sure. All right, let's see what else we got here real quick. Got a couple Patreon questions I want to rattle through. Appreciate everybody over there. If you guys want to join our Patreon group, just go to patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access, and that'll send you over there where you can join one of 3 tiers. And obviously, we do the giveaways out of there as well. We put everybody that's in one of those 3 tiers in the giveaway. And also, we got a really cool chat section where you can ask questions for the show, that type of stuff. So let's start off here. First things first. Fractal of God says, which NFC North team will drop off during the run to the playoffs? Man, it's tough. It's the toughest division in the NFL. It really is. If I had to pick one based off what I've seen, and I guess you got to say they won't make the playoffs, it would probably be the Bears because they play such a weak schedule. Although I'm sure Bear fans say the same thing about our schedule. I mean,
Bears still suck.
We have played Minnesota. Obviously, that was kind of a tough game there, with them being the one of 2 teams that are still undefeated in the league. But that would be my pick. What about you guys?
I agree. Team most likely to choke during the playoffs, the Vikings. But yeah, definitely the Bears probably fall off during that final push. We'll see.
You got one, Emilio?
I'd have to say the Bears as well, even though I also could see us just going 4 wide in the playoffs. NFC North 4 wide.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a trip, right?
Someone will take the W for the division, and we'll get 3 in there and just battle it out in the playoffs.
Yeah, be amazing.
Nick McSwain in the Patreon group said, do y'all think we're at the point where Reed is too valuable for punt returns?
Yes.
Tim says yes. Emilio?
Yes.
I liked what I saw from Keyshawn at punt return too.
Yep.
Yeah. See, to me, I don't ever think a player is too valuable. That's just my personal opinion for any aspect of the game. Like, go out there and play. You can't worry about getting hurt, all that stuff. I just don't think he's that good at punt return. For everything that Jaden Reed does well, he does not look comfortable returning punts in the NFL. Keyshawn, I'm with you, Emilio. After Jaden Reed had that fumble and they throw Keyshawn back there, when they say Keyshawn Nixon back to punt, I immediately, okay, we're good. Because that dude he's really smart. He's got great. He protects the ball really, really well, in my opinion. And then to see him turn it up the sideline, that made chalk talk. That was a huge play.
Did you see him giving him a little bit of crap about the kicker or the punter tackling him on that one?
Bro, where do you see it? Because it was Kobe Wooden, I think. absolutely lays out the kicker, the punter, right? And it's like, oh, Keyshawn's gone. The punter does this. What was the old video game? Do a barrel roll. What was that game? You know what I'm talking about? Crash Bandicoot, maybe?
Yeah.
Emilio said, yeah, like as if he was alive when
I
that
have no
game was
idea.
alive. Yeah, I knew it. Anyway, he does a barrel roll, jumps right back up, and goes and makes the tackle. And you can see Kobe Wooden get so mad at himself, like, how did I not finish that dude off, right? But he does, man. He recovered well. Got to give props to the punter, but that should have been a tug, no doubt about it. All right, so let's see here. Damon Redwine, what a cool name. I said, can we all just agree it's time for Evan Williams and Edgerrin Cooper to not come off the field anymore? I don't want to see them splitting snaps anymore with other guys. Could not agree more. Are we all on the same page there, or does anybody disagree?
No, we're on the same page for sure. But I mean, you got to remember, guys are going to come off the field. You got to change personnel. You need fresh legs, those kind of things. But I think what his point is they need to be getting starter level snaps, right? We need to be up there on the snap counts with these guys. If anything, it just improves your rotation. You know, it's not to say that, you're going to pull guys out of the lineup, but you need to start tilting these snaps towards these talented young players that we have. So I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you guys would take a quick second, hit that like button for us. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And I promise you, I'm not checking DraftKings to see if we can get a good deal on a live bet here.
Checking that Yankee score, Clayton.
No, what's up? What we got?
I think we're up 3-0, man. We're doing good.
Nice, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next question. Who can we put at punt returner aside from Reed? Don't want to see that guy get hurt. We already kind of talked about it. Keyshawn Nixon will be, I think, everybody's pick, right?
Yeah.
No one else. Jason Tebow. I saw a guy on YouTube breaking down film of the Packers game yesterday, and he kept including people in the backfield as a part of the receiver sets. He'd say like a 3-by-1 receiver set, but the running back was one of the three. Is that correct, or just a different way of breaking it down? It just didn't make sense to me.
3-by-1 would be the formation, though, right? So it wouldn't matter who the personnel is, right?
Well, I think he's talking about the running back being in the backfield. He was still counting.
Oh, okay. I get it.
If I understood it correct. And that was Jabin. I apologize. I think I completely botched your name there, but I have never heard of anyone including the running back as a part of that. You know, it's a quick way for the defense and the coaches to communicate with one another. Hey, all right, your assignment is to take the 3 if he goes vert, or you take the 3 hook, or you take the 3 flat, or you take the 2 hook. You know, that, and I've never, Emilio, correct me if I'm wrong, I have never heard anyone include the running back as one of them.
No, and my only thought was, unless he was trying to, say who's right or left of the center type thing, who's splitting the offense, but still you're missing an eligible receiver there. So it'd have to be 3-by-2 or 4-by-1 or something along those lines if you're trying to split it, down the center.
Yeah, got it. All right, so there's that one. Let's see, last one. Nebraska Rev says, would like to hear your thoughts on this. If it becomes impossible to remain patient, with Narvi, would you ever consider bringing Anders back? I've always been of the opinion Anders Carlson is the better kicker. I still feel that way to this day. Now, you all right, Lincoln? Lincoln about knocked the computer off. Yeah, I feel like Anders Carlson is the better kicker. Now, the problem last year was everyone was distraught that Anders missed the extra points, right? He's missing the extra points, and it's unacceptable. Remember, his field goal percentage wasn't as bad, but everybody was like, you got to include the extra points, though, Clayton. Okay. Well, when you include the extra points with Narvison, it doesn't look near as bad because I think he's hit every single extra point he's kicked this year, right? So now no, it's all about field goals. It's not about – the goalposts keep moving, right? Is he a good kicker? No, he is not a good kicker. And I knew we would get the kicker talk sooner or later. Here we are. The thing that we looked up earlier today, actually I was talking to Justin about this because Justin was the guy that texted me and said if we defended Narvison, he was going to throw his lunchbox out his window today. He did not pack a lunch, so that did not go out the window. But I threw these numbers at him. And listen, I'm not saying these are good, But this is the reality of the situation here. Okay, so he's 4 for 4. First of all, there's been 10 different kickers that have missed extra points this year. Braden Narveson is not one of those. Okay.
Yeah, you just missed one actually. The Bills kicker shanked it left.
Yeah. So, tonight you mean?
Yeah, just right. Yeah, just a minute ago.
So Narveson still hasn't missed an extra point. Okay, he is 100%, and I think he's tied for 9th in the league at 12 extra points. So with the amount of extra points, so he's hit 12 extra points, 100% there. He's 4 for 4, which is 3rd best in the league at field goals 20 to 29 yards out. Okay, so he's perfect there. He's 2 for 3 at field goals from 30 to 39 yards out. That's 16th best in the league. All right. And then here's the bad one. From 40 to 49 yards, he hasn't attempted one over 50 yards yet. But from 40 to 49 yards out, he's 4 for 7. He's made the 3rd most from that range in the league, but obviously that field goal percentage is extremely low. Many people in the league look at that 40 to 49 yard range as a chip shot for good kickers. Here's the issue. He's an undrafted free agent, and he was our 5th choice as kicker. We brought in a bunch of tryouts before we even got to him, right? He's our 5th choice as kicker. So I'm not going to sit here and try to convince myself that Narveson is a good kicker. I'm just not going to do it. So based off of the whole situation at hand, I don't look at him and go, man, this guy's horrible. If you know a better kicker, I'm all about signing him. No one can ever give me a name, though. They throw names around, but it's never like there's no statistics backing it up. McMahon, I don't even know if he signed or not. He was out of the league for a full year. I don't think anybody signed him yet. But there was years that he had bad years too. It's not like there's just this golden goose of a kicker sitting out there waiting to be signed. This should have been handled in February. And the reality of the situation is Goody, and again, it's amazing how people want to roast the kickers, but boy, they won't mention that Goody was the one who made the decision on this. I think it's pissed Matt LaFleur off. Yeah. When Matt gets asked about it, you can see he's irritated about the situation. But again, this falls at Goody's feet. You should have done this in February. In February, they thought Carlson was the guy. And then they feel like he didn't make, Rich Bisaccia said he didn't make the strides they expected. So that's why they decided to move in a different direction. They had a high grade on Narveson coming out of college. He was available, so they signed him.
Which just answers the question. That answers the question, right, Clayton? Like, they're not going to go back to Carlson.
There's too much ego there. I would be really, really, really surprised.
And we used the draft pick on Anders, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We drafted Anders Carlson. So the idea that I've even heard some fans now saying, let's trade a 5th or a 6th for a kicker. So in other words, a kicker who shall remain nameless, but let's dig the hole deeper and piss away another draft pick on a kicker. I just, the logic isn't there. I'm with you, Clayton. Clearly the Narv dog is not good, but he's our guy right now. And I don't see them making a move this year. I see a lot of going for it on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, those kind of things is what it is.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing else you can say to that. We decided it's him unless the roster changes tomorrow or in the future. That's it. But, right now we're going with Narv, and we just got to keep moving forward. Be happy with the extra points being made, and let's try to zero in on those field goals in practice and just keep working.
Let's keep winning 34 to 13, right?
It's a week-by-week league. It's a week-by-week league. Just let it happen. Right. It's gone. It's past. Romeo's thing's past. It's gone. It's over.
Yeah. Stop being upset about the kicking game. We're 4-2. We just beat the crap out of Arizona at home. We're looking good going into the Texans game. Let's not worry about the kicker. Not right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing I noticed. You want to know what nobody's talking about? Can we talk about that? I don't know if we can pull the stats, but I didn't see any of his kicks on kickoffs making it remotely into the end zone at all. So you're talking about a kicker on kickoffs now that is kicking returnable balls to our opposing teams. And I don't know, with these new kickoff rules, I'm really hoping that one of these guys doesn't break off a return on us. I'd like to see a little more touchback action there from our kicker, but we'll see.
Donovan Schilling says 2 kickers. They'd make a good kicker together. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, have Narvdog kick the extra points, and then Anders kicks the field goals.
Eric Sutherland said, so the Bills are beating the Jets right now 13-10. There's nothing on live betting worth looking at right now, Emilio. We'll comb back through it later. Get the trash taken down, then we'll check.
Yeah, right. Halftime.
Eric Sutherland says the Jets O-line is made up of 5 clones of Jason Spriggs.
Here's a guy.
That was a guy. You're right. That was a guy. All right. Yeah, Carl K., that's a good point. Cut the penalties and the kicker won't matter. There you
Amen.
go.
Yeah. Amen.
I do think kicker is very, very important. It's just, again, I'll tell you what this is, Emilio. This is, man, I got a plus 14.5 on this bet right here, this live bet. Let's take it. All right, cool. Crap. Still losing the bet. Oh, now it's a plus 21. Let's take that. Yeah. All right, now it's up to plus 23. Let's take that. And then they end up losing by, 26, and you're out. You just you tripled down, and you're, like Tim said, you keep digging the hole deeper. I think that this won't sneak up on them in the offseason. I think they will treat the offseason and the scouting process. I'm not opposed to using a draft pick on a kicker, but you better hit. You better hit, because you might be better off just signing an undrafted free agent, But I think they will take it very, very serious this offseason, because Matt LaFleur looks very irritated over it. There's no doubt, and rightfully so. Again, it's something that could have been, and there were some people saying, damn it, Dennis. There's some people, I got to stop looking at the chat. There's some people that say, I don't even know where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I'll have one of whatever Dennis is drinking tonight.
You know what? Yeah, just cap the night. I think.
Here's a guy.
Oh my God. Okay, that's it, guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out. We're gonna get out of here.
It's been fun.
No, it hasn't, Emilio. Don't lie to these people. Anything else, guys? Last parting thoughts here as we wrap up.
I got nothing. Victory Monday went well. Let's crack on for Chalk Talk Tuesday.
Yeah, Chalk Talk tomorrow. We got some really cool. I'm going to comb through and grab some of the Packers that are like making waves as far as PFF grades nationwide, like league wide. It's really cool stuff. Safeties, linebackers, Jaden Reed, Zach Tom, Sean Ryan. You want a little teaser for tomorrow? Sean Ryan is the 30th highest graded guard in the entire National Football League.
Rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Tim, you got anything, bub?
Go Pack, go, baby. We're 4-2. Biggest game of the year coming up this weekend. Can't wait to get into Chalk Talk. Break this victory down. We still got a few hours left of Victory Monday, so we're going to enjoy it. But all signs point to beating the Texans at home. So, yeah, go Pack, go.
It's going to be a good game, man. Going to be a lot of fun. I think it's 72 degrees and partly cloudy is the forecast right now. As Wayne Larrabee says, it's going to be a sun-splashed afternoon at Lambeau Field. I can't wait. Dennis Shook says here in the chat, he says there's a 65% chance Mandy ain't coming back.
65%.
65%. That's what probably a little bit higher than 65%. Right. I'm taking the over there, Dennis. All right, I'm just going to put it that way. So, all right, I'm going to go take the trash out so she doesn't come home with the papers drawn up on me. All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun. I want to give a special shout out to all the super chats. Dennis Shook, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down tonight with super chats. We appreciate you, buddy. And Jason Y with the super chat. Good to see you in here, sir. Appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. Tim, help me out here, man.
For those of you listening on the pod,
thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. The show sucks.
It's good.
Go Pack, go. I don't know what are we doing with our lives.
That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.